So I just wanted to ask you guys, how rare is it for something like this to come across your desk that's in a kind of a movie that's shrouded in mystery, not an easily definable genre, especially in kind of a mainstream studio movie, if you could call this mainstream? How is it rare that you see something like that, and is it a lot different from the usual offers that you guys would get?
Very rare for me. I've never read a script like this one.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And those are the kind of movies I want to see, ones that I haven't seen before. You know, right now, a lot of the movies seem to be the same.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys find that's a thing too, that you don't really necessarily get offered movies like these anymore, specifically a strong ensemble that's not easily in a box, like in a specific box?
I don't necessarily think that the studios are geared up to make movies like that. You know, the kind of conventional wisdom seems to be find a piece of intellectual property or something that you can franchise out and make into a 4, 5, 6 movie series, because then people will have name recognition, and if it's a hit, they'll want to come back and they want more of it, which is fine. It's a perfectly legitimate business model, but this kind of harkens back to the older days of the studios in the 70s, and even at some point in the 80s, where the coin of the realm was more on filmmakers and original content. And you know, Drew is a wonderful filmmaker, and it shows in the movie that he made. And I was very surprised to read the script and to be offered the part. I was thrilled to get to work with the people I got to work with, and the incredible technical talent we worked with, and we made something interesting and new. Like Jeff said, those are the movies I want to see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are part of an ensemble in this, and I think of you all as kind of leading actors. I don't know. I'm not used to seeing you guys in an ensemble, especially in films. Is it hard though for you guys to play a character that's, I guess, has to be enigmatic? I mean, none of you are exactly who you say you are in the film, right? Is it safe to say? I haven't seen the movie, unfortunately. But is it difficult to kind of make that part your own and give the audience something to kind of latch on to when you're not who you say you are?
Yeah, it's kind of a challenge. I mean, you got to figure that little piece of the puzzle out, you know, to make it right, you know.
Yeah, it's, I think, important that anything you expect, you're probably wrong. It's really hard you can't predict what will happen, but you're not let down at all, I think.
Having Drew or be the director as well as the writer was, you know, huge, you know, because he was the source of the material. So if you had any questions, you know, you could ask him, and he knew what he was talking about.
So being that so unclassifiable, from what I've seen of the movie, I would think that it's kind of a film noir. Is that a safe way to say it? How would you describe it to the readers of a site like JoBlo?
It's a combination. It's a surprisingly effective combination of several genres, whether it's thrillers or mysteries, noir.
I thought you were going to say comedy, because there is some comedy.
There's some funny stuff in it,
yeah.
I mean, there's some really kind of dark humor in it too, but that's, I think, because Drew is such an avid cinephile and he's able to kind of pick out these, sort of surgically pick out parts of the genres that he responds to and then put them together in this real kind of beautiful mosaic. It really works. I mean, you have to put your trust in the hands of the director at a certain point, and I've very much felt like that trust was rewarded.
And how is it acting together? I mean, that must be something also that seems a bit rare these days, and that you guys can kind of feed off each other with your performances in a movie like this. It kind of feels like a throwback to like The Killing or something like that. Is that refreshing, that maybe you don't have to necessarily carry the whole thing, and you can kind of have fun and interact with each other a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's cool to work with, when you work on a film, you're working with people who are strangers and you get to know them, but these people, even the characters, are all strangers, so that the reality of that kind of was a little helpful and a little funny and weird, and everyone has their own thing going on and everyone's trying to figure out what the other one's doing, and it was cool.
This old heart of mine's been broke 1,000 times. Each time you break away, I think you're gonna stay. Lonely nights that come, memories that flow, bring
You watch me?
back
I only watch who they tell me to watch.
Who's they?
Management.
Baby, it's my
Would you mind opening up the door?
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Each day that passes by.
We have have to get as far away from him as possible.
Howdy.
I'm not really a priest.
Yeah. No shit.